Good morning, YouTube. It's your boy David. Make sure you like the video, comment the video, hit that subscribe button. We back with another video, man. You know, as time go on and you learn new stuff, then you new stuff, but you understand what a legal defense really was. Not a defense of 3 seconds. Somebody just sitting in the paint. The reason why the pace, I've been wondering, like, why is the pace was running at 110 and 108? I've been making these videos, right? I know why the pace is so high in today's games. Rule changes, it automatically increases pace when you adapt to the FIBA World Cup, when the shot clock don't set back to 24 seconds. When you get an offensive rebound for you, so you follow the guy, go back to 14 instead of give him a full 24. So it go back to, so you already, it's more time and more shots and more possessions in the game in today's NBA. What I didn't understand is why in the 80s, they was running at 110 pace. And when in the 2000s, in the late 90s, they was running in 91, 92, 93, 93 probably the highest it ran to. In the 2010s, or when the 2000s to 2010s, and I had to think, and I had to go do research about it, and it was a legal defense. And you heard JJ Redick on First Take saying it on Stephen A. I missed that segment, but I'm here to break it down for you guys today. And I'm gonna talk about how JJ Redick. People don't like JJ Redick. I don't like JJ Redick. When he comes to these guys hoop, these guys are skilled, these guys are great. It don't matter how bad the competition was. Some guys were great, it's great, but I do agree with him. Iron do sharpen iron. And so with that being said, in the legal defense, and the reason why Michael Jordan scoring 37, 35 points and scoring all these points and showing all these shots and having and everybody scoring a lot of points and there's a whole lot of stats for everybody, you couldn't double team. Even though you couldn't play a zone defense, you couldn't double team the guy. You couldn't even leave your man in the scoring area. In the scoring area of the floor, you couldn't leave your man. You had to stick to your man. You couldn't go double team. If you double team it couldn't be in the scoring area. You had to come with a double team quick. You couldn't load up on anyone. You couldn't just sit in the zone or load the lane and watch a guy come over. We look at Kobe and LeBron in 2000. I put videos in 2010. Well, any game would go. Particular, 2 examples. Kobe Bryant in 2010 Western Conference Finals against the Phoenix Suns. Using him, cooked them with over 35 points, 8 assists, 8 rebounds, 50% shooting. I think he averaged 34 points just cooking the Phoenix Suns' ass. Everywhere from points, rebounds, assists, don't matter. He was cooking. They played the zone defense. He scored 62 points in 3 quarters against the Dallas Mavericks against the zone defense. It's the worst defense you can play. It hurted players like LeBron James. Look at LeBron James. You load up on LeBron. You load up. When the Dallas did what players on against him 2011, he couldn't figure out. He couldn't score. But I believe Michael Jordan's skill set would have figured that shit out, and he would have still won, because he's a jump shooter. So sorry about the zone defense, but the loading up, the scoring part. I think Michael Jordan won the championship, did with his thing, but he won't be scoring like that, because it wouldn't have been that many possessions. It increased pace. It was increased players with the talent, natural talent to do their thing. Whether it was Michael Jordan, whether it was Dominique Wilkins, whether it was Charles Barkley, whether it was Karl Malone, whether it was Dominique Wilkins, whether it was Isaiah Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, any of these guys. These guys, besides Michael Jordan, are not better than the guys in the 2000s. They're not better than Allen Iverson. They're not better than Kobe Bryant. They're not better than Tracy McGrady. They're not better than Kobe Anthony. These guys were just going one-on-one. They were ISO scoring at his best. The league was designed to increase pace, not having to do double team. You got to stick to your man, the lane wide the fuck open, and you can score all the way. It was prohibited until 2001 because Shaquille O'Neal dominance. They couldn't stop Shaquille O'Neal dominance, so they implemented the zone defense, took away the perimeter guys, everybody loading up. That's why the Detroit Pistons was so great of stopping the Los Angeles Lakers, because of the zone defense, and not just zones, just loading up, double teaming, playing the passing lane, playing the gaps and scoring lanes, playing all the angles so a guy can't get to the back. He can't go this way. Amazing stuff when you do history, ladies and gentlemen. And I dare anybody in the comments to try to say, you know, y'all, that ain't true. It is factually, undoubtedly true. And all the old heads, I can't believe Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith will get on national TV and don't bring this up. You know how many points LeBron James will score if niggas wouldn't double team and triple team him? He will be averaging 37, 35 in his prime. You know how many points Kobe Bryant will score? 40 to 45 points a night. Kobe Bryant will score 45, 44 points a night in the 80s and today era. The hand checking, you couldn't hand check a nigga in the scoring area. You couldn't put your hands on him in the scoring. You can, on the perimeter 3-point line and non-scoring areas, You can hand check up court. But when you get to a scoring area, you could not hand check. It was just hard to foul. They hard fouled your ass across the lane. That's the only difference in the 80s, 90s. They was hard fouling your ass and you couldn't get a layup without getting your ass clothesline. That's the only thing. That's the only hard defense. They're playing football. I'm sorry to sound like Give It Arenas and Steve and JJ Redick on this topic, but ladies and gentlemen, it is true. If you do your research, you do your homework, it is true. Now, I don't believe Michael Jordan had any problems with it. I just don't believe he's going to be scoring 35, 37, 32, 30 points a night. He wasn't going to score 30 points a night playing in 2000. For a career, he was not. Playing in 2000, the slowest pace ever, he's not scoring 30 points. I don't give a damn what no niggas say. So when you look at Kobe beating Bryant and what he did and how effective he was, he wasn't going to shoot no damn 49, 50% from the field. Going one-on-one is the reason why niggas score. If you isolate Kobe Bryant, he's shooting 60% from the field. Nigga, if you isolate Kobe Bryant, nobody can come over and double team. Nobody can come low. Nobody can come help. You got to steady your man. I got to cook my man in the corner. Oh, Kobe Bryant shooting 55, 56% from the field. Like I say today, you put Kobe Bryant in today, Shea area, and Luka, he's shooting 50, 40, 90. That's why I bring up Dan Marino so many times. Dan Marino 1984 season is better than any football season in any era of 2000, 2010, 2015, 2020, besides Tom Brady 2008. And the reason why I say 2000, Tom Brady 2000, not because I'm biased to Tom Brady, not because I think he's the best quarterback ever. It's because Tom Brady is the only quarterback in the NFL to throw 50 touchdown passes and less than double-digit interceptions. And he went 16-0 in the regular season. Dan Marino, when he did it, 48 touchdowns, 27, 5,000 yards. Nobody was throwing 5,000 yards in the 80s. So, the rules was designed for the running backs to run the ball and all that. Dan Marino stood out. Tom Brady stood out in 2008. 50 touchdowns, stood out in any era. Nobody has done it yet. 50 touchdown passes, less than double-digit interceptions. Kobe Bryant. Nobody in Kobe Bryant era, in the slowest pace era in the NBA history, scored 35 points a night. In the slower pace, in legal defense, in zone defense. Zone defense, in the slower pace era, Kobe Bryant has the only player to average over 35 points a night. Not James Harden. James Harden averaged 36 points a night when they adopted the piece of pace, the FIBA World Cup. What? You had more pace, and you can't contest jump shots. You have to step sideways to contest jump shots. The centers are eliminated. It's nothing but space threes. Kobe Bryant is the only guy, so he stood the test of time. I look at Kobe Bryant, Dan Marino, and Tom Brady in a totally different light than Michael, James, Dominique, SJ, what he doing, Luka, what he doing, and even Joel Embiid, what he did. It's totally different. So we got to look at every different. Because I'm not going to say Dak Prescott is better than Troy Aikman. Dak Prescott is going to be had all-time stats in Dallas Cowboy history over Troy Aikman. Is he a better quarterback than Troy Aikman? Hell no. Is Kirk Cousins a better quarterback than Joe Montana? By the stats and the records, you say yeah. I would say hell no. The media would say hell no because they'll bring up context. They'll bring up the eras you played in. So when we do independent journalism and when we do the journalism correctly, we have to point these things out in the totality about it and break it down and make people understand. If Michael Jordan was averaging 37, 35 for his whole career, 30 points, his whole career, he played in an era where you didn't have to double team. You couldn't load up. You had to stay to your man. Whole career. You look at Kobe Bryant, average 25 points a night. Zone defense, guys double team, triple team, LeBron himself, Kevin Durant himself, all these guys. You have to look at the stats are being inflated. Not saying Michael Jordan still ain't the GOAT, still ain't dominant because you put Michael Jordan in this era right here, you can't touch him. He's averaging 40. I'm not saying he's gonna have 50, he averaged 40. These you gotta give it and JJ Redick credit. The people like Mero P say he guard him and the guys say he'll score 50. They gotta relax with this because you gotta relax because they're not understanding what the rules was in the 80s and the 90s. Drop LeBron James in the 80s and 90s, he's cooking them niggas. Drop Kobe, T-Mac, Melo. Dominique average was going bunkers in the 80s and the 90s. You put Melo, man, they going. You can't. What's Melo assistant manager that's rich as shit, he said that was playing that was Cisco Nuggets was in the Nuggets. Dallas Shrimp, something like that, averaging 29. Oh my man, come on man, you put these niggas, man, come on man, come on. And I would love to debate an old head about this topic. I would love to because It's astonishing. To me, it's astonishing. When you go back and you look at what happened and what went on, and people made a comment, Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Michael Jordan did this. He's efficient. He's efficient because he's going one-on-one. Imagine shooting over double teams and triple teams and niggas loading up. You can't get to the paint. You just gotta rise up and shoot over a nigga. You gotta. That's the reason why Kobe had to work on his skill set and be more polished and work on different shots and work on different counters because defense was coming from everywhere. You think you can go a couple one-on-one? You're gonna get 60 put on your head. Period. And you can't hand check him in the corner, or you can 60 on your head. Kobe would have about 20 60-point games in his career, 200 40-point games, and probably 50 50-point games in his career. You play in the 80s and 90s. I ain't even lying. That's how great of a scorer right now. That's how great he would have. If you put his numbers in the 80s, you put his numbers in today's game. If you inflate it, yeah, he would have been that special. He would have been that special. He would have had a 40-point game scoring season in the 80s. He'd had a 40-point scoring season in the 2020s. Michael would have had a scoring. Michael 37 in the 80s. Michael would have had 40 in this generation. Michael's career high probably been 33, 34 playing in Kobe era. He probably put 35 points up, but we didn't see it. He did play in 2001, 2002, but he was 39 and 40. So we got evidence of it, but just a glimpse of it. So I'm not holding Michael for that. But I'm waiting for people to come and say about Michael Jordan. I'm waiting. I did throw LeBron in them because LeBron James would have cooked too. Anyway, that's my take. Like the video, comment the video, hit the subscribe button. Peace.